Welcome to our July edition of Fridley's Community Connection. In this episode, we will take a look at the new and improved city website. But first, join us on Tuesday, August 5th for Night to Unite, a chance to celebrate community partnerships and get to know your neighbors. Thank you for joining us. I'm Raquel Strand, and this is Community Connection. Night to Unite is a fun tradition, a time for neighborhoods to come together, show support for each other, and chat with Fridley police officers, firefighters, and community leaders. Block party registrations are available now. Here's Myra Harris with more.
Hi, I'm Myra Harris Johnson here at the City of Fridley to talk to you about our Night to Unite event that's coming up quickly, August 4th. If you'd like to get to know your neighbors and have the police department and the fire department come out and visit your event, please register with us by dialing 763-572-3638, and we'd be happy to get you registered so you can celebrate our Night to Unite event coming up August 4th.
Night to Unite is a great way to foster two-way communication, and we want that kind of communication to be available to you across many platforms. One of those ways is through the city's new website. You may have noticed it looks a lot different, and now we'd like to help you discover a few of our new features. Welcome to the new City of Fridley website. Even though it has a completely different look, you still access the website the same way at fridleymn.gov. Let's start off with a quick overview on the layout. Along the side of the screen here, you will see a blue bar with popular icons, such as our social media icons for Facebook and Twitter. You can easy access to online programming, jump to calendars, news, or events, click Contact Us for phone numbers and directions, file an online police report, or explore the Springbrook Nature Center. Then below the slideshow, you will also find larger easy access buttons, which include job openings, sign-ups for recreation such as camps and classes, and utility billing where you can report your water meter reading or pay your city utility bill online. There's also two easy access buttons that you might not be familiar with. They are Stay Informed and Report a Concern. Both are designed to help you stay connected with us. Stay Informed gives you the chance to subscribe to specific areas and be notified by email when updates are posted. For example, if you want to be notified when the most recent city newsletter is posted online, or when a new job opportunity is posted, you can subscribe to those lists and get brief updates when that new information is available. We also have Report a Concern, which gives you the chance to alert us to issues in your neighborhood, such as a streetlight outage or a pothole that needs repair. You have the option to report this anonymously or to create a login, which will enable us to follow up with you on that specific issue. Back on the home page, underneath the slideshow, you will see our Community Spotlight, which highlights some of the fun events and activities coming up in the city. And below that, you can find new information posted by specific departments in our Newsflash section. Or click on upcoming events and meetings for a calendar of city meetings and special events. Or click on public notices to see important notes about public hearings or meeting time changes. One of the most exciting features of our new website is the ease of finding information. First, you will see the search bar, which is prominent and easy to use on every page. When in doubt, simply type in what you're looking for and pick the option that makes the most sense. Another great way to search for information on our website is the navigation bar at the top of the screen. Each one of these categories drop down into something called a mega menu, which reveals a whole bunch of different information and categories at your fingertips. Just look over the screen and see exactly what you're looking for. For example, if you're a business owner, hover on the word business and you'll find a whole range of options that relate specifically to you. City Hall is a very popular category. Here you can find our city documents online. You can find information on specific departments and new development in the city. You'll find all the information on city councils and how to contact city council members, city commissions. Here you also find the agenda center where you'll be able to see minutes, videos, and agendas for specific meetings. Election information, parks and trails, all right here. So simply hover over City Hall and you can find just about anything government related that you're looking for. Same with safety and services, where you can find information from the police department, fire department, and our public works department. Get involved allows you opportunities to get involved in volunteer efforts in the city and other types of organizations. And then there's my favorite mega menu, which is called I Want To. This is a self-help screen. If you want to pay a bill, apply for a dog license, register to vote, report a concern, view and download council agendas, it's all right here and so much more. So we want things to be easy for you to find so you don't spend a whole lot of time guessing. Springbrook Nature Center and Fridley Liquor Store as city-owned facilities also have a similar look and navigation to their sites. And one of the biggest advantages of all these new websites is that they are now accessible across all platforms, so you can get the city information you need on a smartphone or tablet as well. As with all new adventures, there may be a few growing pains as we continue to build our new site. If you have any old links to specific pages that aren't working anymore, please let us know. Or if you need help finding specific information, we are just an email or phone call away and always happy to help. Not too many Fridley residents were sitting in front of computers last month as crowds turned out to Commons Park on June 26th and 27th for this year's Fridley 49er Days. Thank you for making this another great year. From animals to dancing to jumping about, here's a look back on 49er weekend. You can also catch a replay of the parade on Comcast Channel 17 or visit the city's website for a link to our PEG channel to watch it online. 49er Days wasn't the only event keeping Commons Park busy this summer. Safety Camp was as popular and exciting as ever, with over 150 kids joining Fridley police officers, firefighters, and recreation staff for 2 days of learning fun. Safety Camp organizer Liz Chevalier explains why this popular event really makes a difference to kids.
Hi, I'm Liz Chevalier, the Crime Prevention Specialist with the Fridley Police Department. We are at Commons Park, day 2 of our 21st annual Safety Camp. Safety Camp, the goal of Safety Camp is to educate kids who are in this year's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade kids teach them about a variety of safety. Unintentional injury is the #1 leading cause of death for kids age 14 and under. Some of the topics that we talk about are this morning, the kids went through the smokehouse, we did fire safety, internet safety. We had a speaker here from the BCA, and the kids took the bus and went up to Springbrook Nature Center and learned about outdoor safety. Right now, it's kind of a team building time, as well as some of the kids are up at the Fridley Middle School learning water safety, and other kids are enjoying the slip and slide. About the last maybe half hour, 45 minutes, we had kind of a downpour, which really saved the city on money, because we oftentimes have the fire department come out and hose the kids down because it gets so hot. Some years, not all years. Yesterday the topics were, Conexus Energy was here talking to the kids about electrical safety. Don Banya, a quadriplegic, who teaches the kids a valuable lesson about making good choices. We also did a personal safety from a speaker from the Jacob Wetterling Foundation. Actually, she was a classmate of Jacob's, Allison Fay, and she talks to the kids about personal safety, keeping themselves safe. Sergeant Chris McClish with his dog Nitro did an awesome canine demonstration in the afternoon, as well as Brian Richards from a magician who talked to the kids about being drug-free. We have lots of sponsors. There is, it's kind of a zero budget line for the City of Fridley for Safety Camp. And some of the sponsors today included McDonald's donates burgers for the kids, Frito-Lay donates chips, Bob's Produce gives us watermelon, grapes, bananas, and strawberries for both days. Perkins donates mini muffins, both mornings we have mini muffins, granola bars, lots and lots and lots of food. The camp is dependent on the businesses, local businesses, and it's a $30 registration fee as well for the kids. And scholarships are also available. So this year we have 130 kids who have been participating. What we have left for the afternoon is the teams now will switch off, and then they go home at 4:30, come back with their family at 6 to the high school, and we have kind of an emergency display, vehicles, ambulance, fire truck, and police car, and then at 6:30. So it's an ice cream social, and then at 6:30 we start the award ceremony, and the kids will get their certificate and their medallion. Another purpose of Safety Camp is to build the relationship between the counselors and the kids. Most of the kids are not aware of the fact that their counselors are actually police officers, firefighters, or medics, because for 2 days they've been in the same Safety Camp t-shirt. Tonight at the award ceremony, everyone comes back in uniform, and the look on the kids' face is phenomenal. And so for the first time they're seeing that the counselor they've been playing with and eating lunch and snacks with is actually a police officer, a firefighter, or a medic. So again, thank you to the City of Fridley, the Police Department, Fire Department, Recreation Department for, I believe, this awesome 2-day event. And we've had beautiful weather. Yesterday was absolutely perfect. Aside from the rain today, which cooled the kids down, stopped raining now. Hopefully we'll make it through the rest of the day. So thank you to all the kids, thank you to the parents, and thank you to all the counselors for being here for 2 long, tiring days, but a lot of fun.
Fridley City Council has been busy as always. Here's City Manager Wally Weissapel with the Council update.
Hi, I'm Wally Weissapel, City Manager. It's my pleasure to bring to you the update of our City Council meetings from June 8th and the 22nd. Prior to every council meeting, the City Council meets in an informal setting to discuss items at a workshop. Now, the City Council doesn't make any decisions at these workshops, but they're updated by the city staff, and then they can ask questions and make other inquiries to the city staff prior to making decisions on these items at City Council meetings. At the workshop, we discussed the Summit Manor Neighborhoods redevelopment project. This is our streets which will be reconstructed. We're going out for bid in July. We'll open those bids, and if the bids are acceptable within the budgets, we'll be continuing with that project, and it'll be finished by the fall of this year. We also had a lengthy discussion regarding our CIP, our Capital Improvements Program. Now, the city the size of Fridley needs to plan very well all of our purchases, such as vehicles and trucks, and also improvements to our buildings and our streets and our water and our sewer systems. So we have a 5-year plan to identify those needs and the costs for those projects. The City Council spent several hours going over that and getting updated on the new plan. Now, that plan will then help us build our city budget, which will start meeting with the council later on in July and August. Then finally, the City Council met to tour the police station. Now, this is a typical thing that the council will do to see the conditions of all of our city buildings, and they haven't done it for a few years, so this is their opportunity to go in every nook and cranny of the police station, including the jail holding cell areas, and see how the police department operates and what kind of conditions they're operating in. Overall, the police department, it manages itself well, but it is rather crowded, with many of our police sergeants having to share desks and that type of thing. We also have some deficiencies with regard to handicapped accessibility and some other state statutes that apply to holding prisoners. That information is being considered as we look at renovations or perhaps a possibility of a new police station or city hall. Moving on to legislative items that took place on June 8th and 22nd. We had an amendment to the comprehensive plan. First of all, what's the comprehensive plan? Every city within the metropolitan area must develop such a plan, and it's required by the Metropolitan Council and then reviewed and approved by them, that identifies any of the needs that we have for our systems, such as water, sewer, transportation, and buildings, and that type of thing. Now, our plan is currently in place, but anytime that there's major changes, such as a new train station goes in and a new zoning area gets implemented, then the comprehensive plan has to be amended, and that's what we had to take care of. As many of you know, the North Star Rail Station has been in operation for several years now, and the city developed what we call a transportation-oriented district. That means the zoning within that area helps and incentivizes development that will be suitable for that rail transportation. So the council took a look at that, and one of the deficiencies that we had was with regard to some of the landscape, or what we call streetscape, the fencing, the street lights, the waste receptacles, those types of things, and then also electronic message board signs. Now, many of you see these, particularly at gas stations, where the price of the gas is posted on an electronic sign. In the district currently, that's prohibited. And what the council did the other night was to make a change to allow for those types of signs. It made sense. Another thing that we did was we held a public hearing with regard to that transportation-oriented district, and to look at improvements for the streetscaping and also the other signage within that district. The final thing that the council did was accepted a report from the Columbia Arena project. Now, this is a project that the public was invited to back in April and May, and those 4 meetings that were held came to conclusions on what were recommended by the citizens, and the Planning Commission has since received that report, and now the City Council received that report. Now, no action is taken on that, but it sets the parameters for any redevelopment that might take place within the Columbia Arena site. And finally, the City Council approved a grant with the Rice Creek Watershed District. Now, this grant is helpful for the entire community, even though the project is located on the Village Green property. And many of you who are familiar with the Village Green know that there's a large holding pond that over the years, sedimentation, the sand and dirt that comes through the sewer systems, has increased and has shortened the depth of that pond. So that pond needed to get excavated out and the sides made larger because we were experiencing flooding within the area. Now, that pond not only receives the water from Village Green itself, but from about a 70 to 80 acre area surrounding it, so including many homes, private homes, city streets, etc., that drain into that pond. Eventually, pipes take that water to the Rice Creek. And now those pipes are a little bit too small as well, and they also can contribute to some flooding. But to replace those pipes will cost millions of dollars. This fix will cost several $100,000, and the Rice Creek Watershed District is willing to provide some funding. The city will contribute some funding, and then the property owner themselves will as well. We'll find out if we can get some more funding to help offset the city costs, and within the next few weeks, some studies are being done to design that pond improvement, and hopefully the project can begin this fall. So that's what our city council's been up to. We always encourage you to give us a call at City Hall, and thanks for watching the City Council Update. I'm Wally Weishaupt, City Manager.
Coming up later this month, clean out your garage and basement at our multi-city recycling event on Saturday, July 25th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fridley Public Works Garage. And that same afternoon, you can head on over to Springbrook Nature Center from 1 to 4 p.m. for free ice cream and tons of fun at Saturday in the Park. Look for details on these and other upcoming events online at fridleymn.gov. That's all for this episode of Community Connection. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you around town.
This has been a production of Fridley Municipal Television, Channel 17. Thanks for watching.